In this video I'll explain how to select the second to last columns in a data frame using the R programming language. So without too much talk, let's dive into the R code. So in this video I will show you two examples, and both of these examples are based on the data frame that we can create with the lines 2 to 6 of the code. So if you run these lines of code, you can see at the top right of RStudio that a new data frame object is appearing, which is called data. And we can print this data frame to the bottom in the RStudio console by running line 7 of the code. And then you can see that we have created a data frame with 6 rows and 5 columns, which are called x1, x2, x3, x4, and x5. Now let's assume that we want to remove the first column from our data set. Then we can apply the code that you can see in line 9. And in this line of code, I'm specifying that I want to extract a subset of our input data frame by using square brackets. And within the square brackets, I'm specifying a comma. And after the comma, I'm specifying the value -1. And then I'm storing the output of this in a new data frame object, which is called data new1. So if you run line 9 of the code, you can see that another data set is appearing at the top right, which is called data new1. And we can print this data set to the RStudio console by running line 10 of the code. And then you can see that we have returned the same data frame as before without the first column of our data frame. So in this first example, I have explained how to use the index position of our columns to create a data frame subset. However, we can also use the ncol function to select the second to the last columns of our data frame. And this is what I want to show you in the second example of this tutorial, starting in line 12 of the code. So in this line of code, I'm again using square brackets to subset our data. However, this time I'm using a vector which is ranging from the value 2 to the last column of our data frame. So if you run line 12 of the code, you can see that another data frame is appearing at the top right, which is called data new2. And if we print this data frame to the bottom in the RStudio console, then you can see that the output of this code in the second example is exactly the same as in the first example of this tutorial. That's all I wanted to explain in this video. In case you want to learn more on this topic, you may check out my homepage, statisticsglobe.com, because on my homepage I have recently published a tutorial in which I'm explaining the content of this video in some more detail. I will put a link to this tutorial into the description of the video, so you can find it there. If you have liked this video, or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section below. I'll try to respond to all comments as soon as I can. Furthermore, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified about future video releases. I have already published about 500 videos on this channel, and I'm releasing new videos on a daily basis. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.